Hello friends, Paul Arakelyan. Today's subject I wanted to touch on is called understanding your plans or your insurance policies, or the types of plans that you have and what they're supposed to do for you. So the reason I chose this topic today to talk about is because over the last 23 years that I've been in the industry, I've been offering insurance products and financial services products. What I've seen is that many people, regardless of their level of intelligence, do not really understand what they have. I mean, they will tell you one thing, but then you read their policies and it's got completely something else. Very seldom, very rarely do they know exactly what they have, and that's thanks to a agent that they've had that was a good agent, professional agent, and was doing the due diligence of inviting their client for policy reviews or going to the client's house for policy reviews or what have you, and making sure that the client understood exactly what they have and how those benefits work. So when that happens, I'm so happy, because then we know that these people are believers of the insurance industry and the insurance products, and they are being serviced properly by a proper professional. Now, unfortunately, what the industry has done in the last 25-30 years is they allowed for multi-level marketing companies to sell products, to sell insurance, and what that's done is that's taken professionalism and kind of sucked it out of the industry. And what it's done is it's brought amateurs into our industry who have, which is completely okay. I mean, it's okay to not know the business and go into the business and learn the business, but it's not okay to go into a business where you don't have to learn, where people are just going to get you excited for no apparent reason, and you're going to be called entrepreneurs, and you're going to be chasing a dream where they're going to just show you pictures of jets and Ferraris and Lamborghinis or whatever, and say this is where you need to go, and you need to just bring as much head count as you can, and you need to think yourself that you're doing people a big favor, that you're actually helping your clients. Well, the clients that come from these people are in so much trouble. It's not even funny, guys. It's not even funny. Any one of those 3 or 4 now, I think, unfortunately, they've grown. There used to be just one. And then the second one was an offshoot of that first one. The first one was the term insurance company. Those were called the termites, those guys that were selling that. And so we got rid of, not got rid of that, but the company changed names obviously a few times. And then there was an offshoot of that was not selling term, but was selling VULs, variable universal life. So then they changed their mind. They changed another corporate scheme or whatever. They got bought out, whatever. Now they're selling index universal lives. And then now there's other companies, a couple of them, that look like them. Same structure, same pay system. You have 3 people you bring in, this and that. So anyhow, my point is that these people never ever are able to explain to their clients, to the consumer, of why in the world they're there, other than we have a product that's going to fix every problem that you have. It's good for your mother, it's good for you, it's good for your kids, it's good for your grandparents. Same product. Well, that can't be the truth, guys. We all know that. If you're adult, if you're mature, if your brain works, has any wavelength registering, then you will understand that your grandmother's policy that's good for her at this age, which is a final expense like a funeral plan, cannot be the same as yours or your child's, which is supposed to serve a purpose of, maybe an education supplement, things like that. But most people, unfortunately, are dealing with these guys. You know why? Because those people are going through their relatives who just got into that business on a part-time basis. In the daytime, they're probably working at the social service office, a cab driver, Uber driver, which is very respectful jobs when you do that. But not when you're trying to act like you're somebody's financial advisor and you go see people's plans, people's policies that they've had for over 10, 15 years, with professional agents, professional companies, and you tell them, do not call your agent, do not get your agent involved. Let's just take this policy. We'll offer you something so much better. You have one of those old types of policies. Now this is the new thing. There are people now in our community in Glendale, California, that are now selling. Those are, again, the multi-level pyramid scheme types of agencies and agents who have no experience, no knowledge, nothing whatsoever. And they're saying, oh, you must have the old type of policy. On the Armenian radio, I heard an ad. My head was just exploding. My blood pressure went up because of that. Because the ad says, if you have one of the old types of policies, call this such and such and such, and they'll help you out. Let me tell you something. What the hell does an old type of policy mean to anybody? Any professional, please respond to this thing. And I want to gather all the insurance agents, whether you're from New York Life, Mass Mutual, Northwestern Mutual, whatever you are from, you just cannot be from a multi-level pyramid. Okay? If you're a professional agent, State Farm, Farmers, anywhere you're from, you guys, we should all unite. We should all unite to change this thing and help people understand what the hell they have. Because these guys are going to spread like cancer. And when they have taken over enough, they will kill the system. Then that's horrible. That's a horrible thing to say, but that's the truth. Okay? We need to do something. We need to unite. All the New York Life, MetLife, Mass Mutual, Northwestern Mutual, State Farm, all these agents from professional places, they need to, they need to unite. We need to all unite. And we need to make sure that we are losing the consumer. And soon enough, guess what? The insurance companies, knowing that people are not understanding or caring or whatever, soon enough they will go direct and they will sell this stuff direct, and there will not be any more agents. So you guys better start connecting, uniting, and working against these guys to make sure that we just completely wipe them off the things and not give them a chance to infect more and more households and families, because that's all they do. They're not selling insurance. They're infecting families with their lack of knowledge and giving them things. I've got a policy right here, okay? And in this policy, this gentleman was told to pay $630 a month, and he was told that he will have a significant amount of cash value. Guess what? In the policy itself, it reads here, says the policy, it says based on guaranteed assumptions, coverage terminates in year 21. Guys, this guy thinks he's going to have cash values in his future. Let me tell you something. Do you know that the guy that sold this policy, so the owner of this policy owns a junkyard, a wrecking yard, and he sells cars, some old cars. He gets some police cars from auctions, and he sells it later, restores it as a cab, and sells it to cab drivers. Guess what? This guy's a cab driver. Okay? So the cab driver sold him the policy because he sold him a car and the guy sold him policy. Guy came, read the policy, went over and over, called the company, asked them, I work with that company. It's a reputable company. But guess what? The product that was sold to him was not sold to him properly. That's why the program today is called Understanding Your Plans. Guys, if somebody is selling you an IUL product and is telling you that you're going to have cash values there, ask them this simple question. Does the cost of insurance ever go up? Does the cost of insurance ever go up? And it says right inside the policy that yes, it does. As your age goes up, so does your cost of insurance. And then ask him a question. So if the cost of insurance goes up, what are they going to compensate that with? Are they going to take anything from my cash value in the future? The right answer is going to be yes. They will use some of your cash values to offset the cost that's increasing. So then ask them the other question. Say, well, what about if I take my cash value, all of it, because you're telling me I'm going to have access to all of my cash value. I take all of my cash value at my future retirement, whatever purposes, buying a home, financing kids' education, whatever it may be. I take everything out. And then there's no more cash value for the company to offset the increasing cost of insurance. What happens to my policy? Now, if that person is truthful, obviously if you ask one of those multi-level pyramid guys, do not expect any kind of answers. Just expect them to go back, rewind, playback, rewind, playback. That's the only thing they know. Okay, so they'll give you the whole spiel all over again. But call an insurance company and ask them the same question. And they'll say, okay, so if the cost of insurance has gone up much later, there's no more cash value in the policy because you've used that retirement, and we don't have enough to cover that cost, your policy will go into a grace period, then it will lapse. You will basically lose your life insurance. Guys, you think that's a serious thing to have happen when you're older and you can't get younger again and start everything all over again? You bet it's a serious problem. Nobody wants to be faced with that because, you know, when you're in your 70s, nobody's going to want to touch you. And if they did, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to insure yourself. While you had something at age 40, but, you know, you ended up losing the policy. So, you know what? I feel sorry for these kinds of guys that have trusted these people through their relatives or cousins or somebody that came to their household. And guess what? They can go to professional agents, clients, somehow through some resource, through some avenue, and get into their system like a bug and have them change their minds. That's why I want all of these agents, all the professional insurance company agents, not multi-levels, and multi-level people know who they are, you know. The professional insurance company agents, I want all of us to unite and all of us to put things together. All your experiences that you've had. I've been talking to a professional law group. I have a few of these cases where they've replaced the policy, didn't do a replacement form, so the other agent obviously doesn't find out and come and protect their client's interest. Bring all your clients' cases together, and we might be able to get those lawyers, that group, to start a big, class action lawsuit. Wipe these guys out, okay? That's the best thing we could do for our communities, to help them out, okay? So please connect with me via Facebook, direct message me, whatever. That if you're a professional agent from a professional company, you have clients that have had issues, let's bring everything together, have meetings with these attorneys, present all the cases to those attorneys, let them do their job. But we need to make sure our clients understand what in the world they have. Okay, so if you are an agent, please contact me. If you're a consumer, if you have a policy, somebody sold you, and with Obamacare, everybody and their mothers all of a sudden just popped up and became an agent and start selling stuff because they thought, hey, here's an easy way, everybody's forced to have insurance. I will start selling this left and right. You know what? I'm happy for all you guys. Please get some more education before you open your mouth and talk about life insurance. If you're doing the Obamacare, this is not something very difficult because people can do that online themselves. But when it comes to talking about people's future life insurance, that's age sensitive. You got to do the right thing now. You're getting older. You can't do the right thing maybe in the future. Please get more education before you touch people and ruin their lives. Okay? So if you're a consumer that has bought something and don't understand what it is, give us a call, please. There's a number on the screen. Give us a call. Let's make sure that you understand exactly what your benefits are and what kind of plan you have. Thank you very, very much for your attention. Talk to you soon.